Hello and once again a warm welcome to Tallinn in Estonia for the European Curling Championships. Tallinn situated just in the north of Estonia. Tonderava Ice Hall for the matchup between Sweden and Scotland. Session 15, men's draw 8. Both these teams already progressed to the playoff stages, but what spot will they take? So let's take a look at the teams. Team Sweden, Kristoffer Sundgren at lead, Rasmus Rana the second, Oskar Eriksson the third, and the familiar face of Niklas Edin, the skip for Sweden. And the debut for Hammer Macmillan at the European Championships alongside Bobby Lammy at second, Grant Hardy, third player, and Bruce Mowat, the skip. So here are the standings. Sweden and Scotland already qualified. Italy with a great chance of making the playoffs. Germany, Norway, Switzerland all trying to get into that final spot that's going to be available. Finland, Russia, Poland and the Netherlands, they're fighting it out to stay in the A division. Elsewhere though, Switzerland and Germany, and a must-win game for both them sides. Netherlands 0-7, they take on Finland. Italy take on Poland. Our feature matchup, Sweden-Scotland, and Russia versus Norway. Hi, I'm Kenny Edwards, and I'm joined once again by Rona Howie. Rona, the top two teams so far this week, we've seen quite a lot of action. What do you expect from this game?
Yeah, both these teams have qualified, as you said, Kenny, so they both want that #1 spot. Both teams will be absolutely determined to win this game today. We're going to see a lot of stones in play.
Waist nice. Should be there, Bruce. Real tight.
26-year-old Hammy Macmillan gets play underway.
Almost in. Line's good. Needs to set. Should be okay. That was okay. Fine now. Go. Still needs to set a bit. You're over curling. Yeah, we're okay now. Good for you. No, he's fine. Waist good. Okay, that's good.
Niklas Edin has been at 9 European Championships. Bruce Mowat and his team, this is their first. So there's a big difference in the level of experience between the two teams.
Yeah, both these teams full-time curlers now. Spend a lot of time on the road playing in the World Curling Tour.
Yeah, they have played each other many, many times before. Great draw around from Kristoffer Sundgren.
Less. Line's good. Waist close. I liked it. Line's great. Line's out there. Line's out there. Great.
So Hammy Macmillan just looking to come round and freeze on top.
Gotta go weak. High.
Just a little light for weight. Just making this around the guard. It's been interesting to see what call Niklas Edin makes. What we have seen is teams going back 8 foot with this, and that's exactly what he's going to do. They're pretty much guaranteed scoring 2 if they could play a good end out in this situation, aren't they, Rona?
Yeah, he's just trying to keep the play out to the wing here. They've got last stone. They're quite happy to keep it open and simple. They've got that first stone round, and now it's double guarded by Scotland. So it needs the opposition to play a really good raise. to try and kill the end for Sweden. Yeah, played that well.
Yeah. Yeah. Line of heel legs, please. Just control.
Yep. So Bobby Lamy, just 21 years of age.
Whoa, whoa, yep. Whoa, whoa, never. Close, Hammy, get away.
Playing a quiet weight just to move things around.
Nice shot. But there, that has now opened it up for Sweden. If they play out the perfect end, they score a very simple 2.
Make it more nice.
Yeah, Nicholas Sedin with Rasmus Rana at second, 24-year-old.
Yep. 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 Port. Port.
Makes a takeout. And there are the rules of play in the round robin stages. 5-stone free guard zone, 6 ends minimum, 38 minutes thinking time, and 1 60-second time out.
Yep. Yep. Hard, yep. Weight's good. Hard. Hard.
So they'll look to try and hit and roll underneath this corner guard.
All the way.
He actually swept it to try and get it across to the face of the red.
Just hoping to even roll a bit over so that Sweden may leave them an easier double. But Sweden will have other ideas. No sweeping here.
Well, big mistake from Rasmus Rana. Not happy at all with that one.
Then they just go around the corner.
Yeah, so Bruce Mount just deciding. They draw it to the wing and try and freeze the back one. Sweden would just come round the corner. So if they can come round first and just block the draw round for Sweden, as long as they're top tee.
The other option would be just to peel the corner off, Rona.
Yeah, they looked at that as well, but deciding to come around. Yeah, as we said, that end was perfect. If Sweden had played out the perfect end, they were scoring 2, and one mistake and completely turned around.
Line's good. Top 4. T. Whoa. Tell T. Has to stay top T. Never back T. Yeah, we don't want to sweep then. Hey, close, Bob. Line's perfect. Line's great. Close, Bob. No. Want me a bit? Yep. Whoa, you're fine.
Grant Hardy. Come around. Really good weight. Kept it top tee.
Don't know if I liked it.
Yeah, these two teams have played each other 7 times before. It's Sedin who has a 5-2 record over Mowat, but it was Mowat who won the last encounter 10-7, tail end of 2018 season.
So Oscar Eriksson just being asked to tap this yellow back a fraction. Let the red lie short, but it's not curling enough, so now looking to take it round. So he does actually lie short.
Yeah, just looking at the score lines between these two teams in the past, there's been lots of stones in play. There's no low scoring affairs.
Back four. Always good. I like it. I like it. Back four. Yep. T-line. Line. Hard line. Yep. Line.
Grant Hardy would love to
Line
follow
only.
that Swedish stone down and freeze on top.
Back four. Line. Back four. Hard line.
Don't want to touch this yellow.
Gotta go, Hammy. Really gotta go. Really good weight. Hard, 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 hard.
Oh, sneaks past. Really nice shot from Grant Hardy.
Yeah, great shot. Sweepers worked it really hard.
Well, didn't pass that top yellow by much. We did see Scotland struggle against Italy in the last 2 or 3 ends with their draw weight.
Lite lång. Ser lång ut. Helt okej, men lite lång fortfarande. Ja, dutta. Men bak 8. Över curla. Bak 8. Bak 8. Bak 4.
Oscar Eriksson just trying to follow this one down.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bak 4. Sit, 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 sit. Snyggt.
Lovely shot.
Well, Scotland electing to play the takeout. They must be able to see most of that red if they're calling this.
Yeah, there's no debate. Bruce went for it straight away.
Yep.
So if you can see the whole red stone, both of these reds can, yeah, they can see it all. So just remove both reds here.
Yeah.
Bruce Mowat.
Yep.
Well, this one is not hanging around.
Hard.
Going hard on the sweep. This one is well inside. Well, that's a great sweep by Hammy McMillan there. Narrow all the way. Leaves Scotland sitting 3. See McMillan just trying to hold this one straight.
Yeah, great shot from Bruce Mowat.
Yes.
So from Sweden going to play a simple end, looking like a straightforward 2 to Scotland lying 3.
Bara slå den in och kicka emot, man kommer vara öppen. Men kanske att det går att spinna en millimeter uppåt, då kommer vi kanske kant-kant. Ja.
And you wonder the mindset of the teams coming into this when they have both qualified for the semi-finals. They both want to go through top, but will they take more risks today because they know that they have already qualified?
Hard. Hard.
Well, Nicholas Dean does make the takeout on one of the yellows, but leaves Bruce Mowat just the same shot, just to come down, hit them some on the nose.
Lite optimistiskt att få upp rull där.
And if Bruce could maybe hit on the nose, it would mean that Nicholas would need a slight roll to get shot. You'd fully expect him to play the takeout if he could, Nicholas, rather than the draw.
If he could, but if it's very difficult to get shot from playing the takeout, I think you would see him go for the draw.
Whoa.
The centre's wide open for him.
Whoa. Hard over, Bob. Hard. You're okay. Good. Good wrist shot.
There you go.
Nice.
Well, he's just going to go for the draw. This is what the skips get paid the big money for, Rona.
Absolutely. Bread and butter shot. House is open. 4 foot's there. However, Nicholas is being forced to take his one, so it's a result for Scotland in effect at this end. See the time clock for Nicholas Edin.
Bra linje för lag.
Seen sort of 14.5 to 15 this week is pretty close to T-line.
Yeah, it's pretty close with this one. Calmly done by Nicholas Edin. Throws that one onto the button. Facing 3. So after the first end, it's Sweden 1, Scotland 0. Sweden leading 1-0 after the first end. A really good force by Scotland. It'll be interesting to see what Bruce Mowat does with last stone advantage.
Yeah, I think we'll see them put up corner guards. He wants to try and generate a 2 here with the hammer.
Halfway. Halfway tight. Line's really good. Line's nice. Weight's good. Oh, Bob, you don't need to. Oh, oh, oh. Good, nice.
Är det hög eller?
Nej, då är det riktigt kort.
Linjen är bra. Linjen är bra. Men vad curla lite. Är det bra linje? Bra linje.
12. Kom igen.
Kom igen, fortsätt gå då bara. Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen, kom igen. Oskar avslutar
This
den
one
här.
just not getting down into the forefoot. Just half in the 8.
Off you go. Or draw.
Scotland like to move it now, or will they just go around the corner? Looks like they're just going to go around the corner.
If they can see enough of that one, they could hit and flop behind the corner. It still leads stones. So happy here just to go for the corner freeze.
Go room. Room. 16 in there.
That's right, Cowboys.
Line's good then. Line's nice.
Yep. Oh, oh, oh.
Yep.
Only.
Think we're there. Whoa. Line only. Whoa then, whoa.
Line's really good.
Rebounds.
Line's really good.
Run.
Line's really, really good.
A nice corner freeze from young Hammy.
Good Hammy.
Yeah, good shot. Young Hammy will be wanting to
Liten tap för
follow in his
Kenny på
father's
linjen.
footsteps at these championships.
Alla 12-foten.
Yeah, 5-time European champion.
There's the Scottish fans in the stands.
Lite in out i den här. Farten räcker. Halva 12an. Farten bra. Lite hårt. Liten dutt just nu. Top 8.
Yeah, so Father Hammy winning it 5 times. He'll be enjoying sitting in the stands, watching his son.
Lite insida av nu.
I think Father Hammy would probably quite like to be out there, Rona.
No, I think he'll maybe be quite happy sitting in the stands nowadays.
it there. How about high nose?
Yes, all the action round about the centre guard.
Yeah.
Or you try and move them about.
Which favours Sweden by doing the play round here.
I don't mind playing like a
Scotland want to
barrier.
split this and try and roll out to the wing.
I think you're spinning
I
behind.
don't like that. Okay, charge just high nose.
Yeah.
Normal. Angus peel. Okay.
Okay.
He's alright. Hair high.
So Bobby Lammy just trying to open things up here.
Hard. Really hard. Yes.
Looks to be well inside. Well,
Does open up the centre,
yeah.
but unfortunately is left. Two Swedish counters lying, blocking the way round the corner guard.
Annars rundar vi där, det är en sån gimme-dubbel och kommer corner
Yeah.
i spel sen.
Straight away, Nicholas Edin off of the corner guard. He does not want to get involved at all.
Vänta. Bra. Fjärde.
So a fairly clean end in this second. I think we'll see the more aggressive tactics from the young Scottish side.
Clean.
Edin just trying to do the basics very well.
Good ball, right.
Will Edin peel this or will he go around it? Yep, straight away.
Straight away, peel it. Good shot from Bobby Lammy. Removing the two and leaving them a corner.
Good ball, right.
Yeah, good adjustment from his first.
Where you want it? Halfway? Yeah, halfway tight.
So over on sheet B, Netherlands versus Finland. Netherlands lying one. Wouter Guskens, draw here for two.
Leaning to.
Netherlands still looking for their first win at this championship.
Leaning to. Veel nog niet heel veel.
Sweepers seem quite happy.
Come out.
Yeah, draws that perfectly. So a score of 2 for Netherlands after first end.
Well, bit of a non-event here on the second end.
Top 12, top 8.
Grant Hardy,
Nice.
Line's great.
Dumfries.
Top 4. No, you're okay.
Scotland.
You're okay. Top T-line. You're okay, Hammy. T.
Nice, Grant. Nice
Line's
throw.
good.
Let's save your draw shot. Nice.
There is Fredrik Lindberg, the coach for Nicholas Edin. Alongside Per Lindholm.
Bruce. Save some time.
I know.
Just go and save 20 seconds.
We're already a minute behind.
Sorry.
Both these teams played in the World Mittens in Las Vegas earlier this year. Sweden taking gold and Scotland taking bronze.
Super match games. Oh, was there no?
There's a coach for Scotland, Alan Hanna.
Clean. Yep. Clean, yep. Hard. Here, heading. Gotta go. Hard, Bob. You really gotta go.
Hard, Bob.
You really gotta go.
Well, they hit, and this one will hang around in the back 8.
Fine, Bruce.
Quite a down weight from Bruce Mowat there.
Kind of looked a fraction in on it. It looked a fraction in. Come on. Yep. Come on.
So Nicholas Edin has won European gold 6 times. Won it for the last 4 years in a row. And when I asked him the other day what motivates him to keep going, his answer was he wants 5 in a row.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be at Aberdeen where he picked up his first gold at the Europeans in 2009.
Clean. Yep. Hard.
That was his first
Hard.
real venture onto the stage at the top level.
Nice.
As Bruce Mowat rips that one out. So the score still in Sweden's favour. It's Sweden 1, Scotland 0.
Going round this one, Luke.
Don't mind the corner. Well, for the end. 8 first end. Top 4. I think we're down, you want a corner, but let's do it. What do you think? What do you think? Fine.
No problem with that.
Cool.
Back with the action in the third end here at the Gruyère European Curling Championships. Sweden 1-0 ahead of Scotland.
Halfway. Halfway tight. Weight's good. Tight.
Nice.
Nice weight. Still
Line's
on
good.
your brush.
Almost past.
Just past.
Grant, it's all yours.
Ian Hammy McMillan just throwing up the corner guard.
Good, Hammy.
Go on, Hammy.
So let's take a look at the delivery. Of Team Sweden. Is there anything you can pick out that's different at all between the 4 players, Rona?
Oscar Eriksson's probably the one with the most movement in his delivery. The other 3 are very compact. He's got a bigger push forward, pull back, and just more movement out the hack. But certainly all very square, very straight deliveries.
Yeah, so look at Team Scotland's deliveries and release.
The biggest thing with the Scottish team is probably their handle and their releases.
Yeah. The biggest extension in arm movement actually comes from Bruce Mowat.
Nice. Good, Hammy.
And you see it's fully in behind that corner guard.
Rund där då. Båda de där curlar samma från åtfotskanten, så ser ut att vara ungefär samma curlen då.
I can't remove this card. It's going to draw around the centre.
Would you have thought they might have tried to come around the other way, Rona, on the end turn?
Yeah, because if they show any of this stone, Scotland can hit and roll behind their corner.
I don't think they are going to show any. That's a great shot.
No, they've played it perfectly. Scotland are going to have to remove the guards.
No. Is it better going to here high? Probably, yeah. As long as it misses the back one, yeah? Yep. Okay. 7-8. Normal. So here high? Yep. Normal? Yeah, you can throw peel it if you want. Peel's fine then. Here high.
Here high.
Whoa. Yep. Close. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yes!
Well, just looking for the double on the top reds. There they go.
Not bad.
Look at sheet A, Switzerland versus Germany. Second end. Benoit Schwartz facing 3 German counters. Oh, he's not looking too happy about that. Sweepers seem quite happy. Needs to be fully in the forefoot. Played it perfectly. So score of 1, Switzerland 1, Germany 0 after 2 ends. Both these teams really wanting to win here. They're both in the same number of wins, 4 wins at the moment. They would love to get that 5th win, put them in playoff contention.
Wee bit thicker's all right.
Well, no gap. Scotland being forced to play a drive on that centre guard.
Couple of licks, you make that.
Not surprised they didn't sweep that one when they knew it was a little high to try and split both off.
Never hit the one now.
Yeah, they've still left a yellow.
Couple of licks, you make that.
Can always raise their own yellow if needed later on in the end.
Lite längre. Ja, nära. Lite tight. Nära. 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 Nära 12 nästan. Nästan 12 alltså. Ja, bara stanna. Vi kommer inte glömma runt tror jag. Tror den stannar nära faktiskt. Ja, bara stanna.
This one maybe just over curling slightly.
Okay.
As we can see, the scores elsewhere. Switzerland ahead of Germany, 1-0. The Netherlands 2-1 up on Finland. Italy 3 up on Poland. And over on sheet E, Norway 1 up on Russia.
Whoa, yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lead. Whoa. Never. Hard over.
Well, don't quite make the run back. That was a good chance to play the run double and roll a corner guard over to the side, but just rolls a little bit too far.
Bra fart. Ja, här är bra. Linjen är bra. Bara linje. Bra linje, gärna rent. Linjen är bra. Lite kortare kanske. Lite risk men... Ja, bara stanna där.
Yep, Oscar Eriksson just putting a higher guard out.
Jag går bort vilken som är min.
Makes it harder for Scotland to go for the raise.
Yellow house. Okay. Are you trying to stuff this? Yeah, it's kind of risky. Okay.
Your finger to him. Bit calf. No. 3/4 over the top of yellow.
Close to yellow, right? close to yellow. I think 7/8 will be close to doing that. So a wee bit thinner.
Okay.
How thin is it to get over the top? You can go for a third.
Can I just try the run again?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, he nicked the yellow, the yellow.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Yeah,
riskier
yeah.
because you're doing this.
Okay.
See if you go thin, do you not get it? I like that. Maybe.
Okay.
Third.
Okay.
Yep, they had a bit of a chat about what the call was here. I think they've got to the right one, Rona.
Yeah, most sensible
Whoa.
call at this stage in the end.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
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 And give Bruce Mount a shot when he comes to play his last stone. Oh, does nick the yellow, but just not enough.
Okay.
Just needed to curl an inch more, it would have been perfect.
Ja. Vickar du in en bit, det är inte helt värdelöst heller.
What it has done is moved that corner off the yellow as well, so Sweden can get a look at it and sit two.
10 okej ändå. Vickar vi lite djupare så blir den inte lika lätt om vi vickar in. 10-0.
Yeah, it was a really unlucky result for Grant Hardy. So close to being perfect. So now Nicholas Edin has the opportunity to lie two. Force Scotland to a one.
Lisa mindre bara. Japp, 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 japp. 10-0. Yes. Japp. En. Japp, japp. Oh, japp, japp. Håll kvar den där, håll kvar den, håll kvar den. Ta vicken.
Well, nice control from Nicholas Edin, but has he rolled a little far? Is there a double on the reds there?
He certainly left a hit and roll for Scotland to roll to the 1 foot. They didn't have before.
Probably just need to just overroll though, don't you?
Okay. Right.
Yep.
Pretty straight here.
Because if Sweden had kept that one on the wing, the one in the 4 foot was quite difficult for Scotland to reach.
Under the red.
To remove it.
Red.
So now he's got a hit and roll.
Do you want inch less?
No, I think I like that.
Scotland certainly don't want to nose this and leave the chance for Sweden to hit and roll behind cover. So just
Touch
putting a
heavy.
controlled weight.
Clean. Whoa.
Touch heavy.
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Hammy. Whoa. Hammy.
Lots of rotation on this one.
Hard heavy. Hard.
Trying to get it to curl. Want the inside.
Well, has he done enough to cover the inside? Just.
Yeah, I think just inside so that
Om du chappar då kommer du ligga
Sweden can't catch the inside of it.
insidan.
En centi vick ut eller?
Ja, en cent, alltså lite utåt men ja. Så den här är ju helt okej också. Låt andra ha. Ja.
Bara vicka ut 2 centi är väl jävligt bra eller?
Ja. Vilken fart!
Bruce Mount was hoping to roll to the other side of the 1 foot.
Kan 4 typ.
I think Nicholas will try and just tap this through and
Mycket
roll
is
to the bottom 12 foot.
Sorry? Mycket is vill ha. Kant 4.
Obviously don't want to touch that front guard. Could touch the front guard into the house. Scotland will be left with a chance for 3.
He's got plenty of room just to play a tap back weight and roll away. He knows he can't get the inside.
Sari, tryck Sari. Ja. Tryck Sari.
En.
Nästa 11.
Yeah, dropped away to get a little bit of control.
Ja, vicka ut lite. Vicka ut. Bra,
Whoa.
bra,
Whoa.
bra, bra, bra.
Whoa.
Yeah, really nice shot there.
Yeah, all that's left for Scotland and Bruce Mowat is to draw the 1 foot.
There from a draw shot. Going up the other way. Yep.
Sweden are quite happy. They're lying 2, forcing Scotland to their 1.
Go for it, gets it. Wait, same as yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait's the same as yesterday, same as draw shot.
Yep. Pretty slick. Like that, yeah.
I think that's good enough to get full tee.
The button.
Good communication from the sweepers.
Yeah.
What the weight is required for Bruce.
Aye, aye. Close.
Line's good.
Line's nice.
Line's really good. We better room.
See the stop clock, we're looking for about
Line's
14.8,
perfect. Close, Bobby.
Line's perfect, guys. It's all you.
14.6,
Put it on the
so
tee.
shouldn't be far away.
Hard.
Hard, Bobby.
Oh, really nice shot from Bruce Mowat. Drops that one onto the button. And this game is all tied at 1-1 after 3 ends.
You hang, are you?
Sorry?
You hang.
Where did he got you?
Did you?
Bara känns som att curlar lite mer nu på den här raka än vad det gjorde på träningen, eller? Har jag ändå 4 fot.
Jag drog inte så himla många på rakhanden på träningen. Jag spelade mest innan uppåt och ner, men den jag drog på innan där hade jag lite drygt 4 på. Men känns som det är något mer.
Line straight.
Hopefully tight now.
Heads
Getting
up,
pretty
boys.
close.
Have a look.
Heads up!
Into the 4th end of this matchup between Sweden and Scotland.
Really good.
Very tight affair.
Really good.
Both scores coming by the way of a force. Sweden with last stone advantage. Kristoffer Sundgren, 90% for the tournament. Some impressive numbers from the lead.
Bra fart! Känns där till och med.
Anna Kalla.
4, 10, 4.
Kommer fint nu, bra linje.
Börjar komma ner rätt bra nu.
Bra linje, full 8. Bra. Fint.
Right round that tight guard once again. Make it look effortless.
Yep, they do, no panic sweeping, just lay it down. Perfect weight, top tee. Amy McMillan, 87 for the tournament, so both these leads having a really good tournament.
Really good weight now. Whoa. Nice head.
Great shot.
Good feet, boys. Mitt 12. Mjukare släpp, samma fart. Se lite rask ut. Linjen är lite vidare, men helt okej.
Helt okej linje.
Bra linje.
Inte.
Lite vid.
Ja, fortfarande väntar linje också.
Kommer ner rätt.
Kommer bra nu.
Bra fart.
Bra linje nu.
Japp.
Lite kort om den.
Kom igen.
Sweden just want to half check the yellow.
Perfekt.
Another great shot.
3, ja. Ja, men.
Tough.
I like it though.
Or you come here. Then they do that. Or you just bump it a few inches. Sit high.
And use the freezer range.
Just for the freeze and then turn. If I'm good line, we bump.
Yeah. Like that.
Good rest.
Free weight, we'll see it, buddy.
Just 2.
Bobby Lammy at 85%.
4.
Do you get off that?
Just rotated. I think you're fine, Hammy. Whoa, if you can. Room.
Weight's nice.
Room.
Just looking to
Think we're there.
freeze
Line's good. Close.
the yellow top 12 foot.
Top 4. Whoa. No. Top 4. Wait only. Top 4, top 8. Wait. Close. Yep. Yep. 5.
Nice, Bob.
Go, Bob.
That's a good result there. Makes it difficult for Sweden to make a play on them.
Liten tapp på den där så man bara styr bort den lite. Topp 4, topp 8-4 i fart.
Ja.
Ganska tjock träff och ligga kvar där, laddat mot gul.
Ja.
Ungefär samma sten egentligen, bara 1-2 sten längre.
Ja.
Very impressive numbers from Rasmus Rana at second, 83%. Both these teams shooting some impressive numbers.
Yeah, great numbers from the front ends.
Japp, splitta upp garden.
The new 5-rock rule. So important to get stone placement correct at the beginning of the end. Take a look at sheet A. Switzerland 1-0 up. Mark Muskovic, German skip. Playing a tap back for 2. Back yellow's just biting. And plays it perfectly. So 2-1 to Germany after 3.
Well, Scotland beginning to stack the yellows up, and that red looks rather precarious in there and rather lonely.
Very lonely looking.
Alternativet är att spela dubbeln på de två bara.
Sweden are such a good team at building up heads and being able to bail out with the big weight
Det
shots.
är okej, det är svårt att slå och få något vettigt för dem ändå. Kan man spela den dubbeln och ut på kanten eller av?
Kör det som är bäst. Är den där bäst så kan vi köra det.
Ja, den är svårare då. Tar man lite tunt så går det ner till en tangering. Nej, den här känns bättre.
Okay.
En stenluft.
Ja.
Vanlig clearing.
So Rasmus Rana, Karlstad, Sweden, Sweden, going for a big race takeout here. Does remove the guard and the top one, which is really the best he could achieve there.
What you want to do, bite the line.
I think guard the middle yellow dead on.
Yep. Halfway tight. Halfway.
Well, Scotland electing not to bother playing the takeout.
I think they feel it's too early yet in the end. They're quite happy to put up the guard and let Sweden make the error. They could drive that in by mistake.
Halfway. Halfway just.
You put the out guard.
No. Room. Waist good. Pretty tight. Curl.
Nice
way.
You have to go, Bob.
Tight. Curl a wee bit.
Yeah, Bob.
On you go.
Yeah.
Hard, Bob.
Come on, go.
Hard. Alright, guys.
Get as tight to the line as you can.
Go, go.
Very good.
Huh?
Vi får i det.
No?
Han har inte så lätt att slå.
Eller runda den.
Now that guard's probably a wee bit longer than they had wanted if they have to use it later in the end.
Han har 1 cent ifrån det hacket. Ja, känns som att runda någonstans, gå för 3. Ja, vilken väg är bäst? Ja, den här om man gör den optimalt blir nog bättre, då får de ju inte bort. Även om de sätter den så är det kvar gardad liksom. Den är lite svårare men gör vi den
Lots of discussion about this one, Rona.
Jag gillar den här, ja. Om du gillar.
Yeah, they can draw around and lie too here. Put the pressure really onto Scotland. Scotland have got last stone and they've really just blocked the centre with that guard being too high.
%86% for Oscar Eriksson.
Lite plats just nu, men helt okej tror jag.
Okej, känns
Bak 4.
10.
Lite vid just nu.
10.
Ja, ser lång
Bak
ut.
4.
Bak 4.
Bak 4. 10.
Fortfarande plats, men
Sweden really want to score two and they want a second counter in, but they don't want to bring it back T so Scotland could freeze it.
Really nice shot.
mycket bra.
Scotland will have to bail out now.
This is a pretty key shot for Grant Hardy to make contact with the stones in the house.
Normal. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa. Weights up.
Whoa. Whoa.
Weights
no.
up.
Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Well, good call early from Bruce Mowat. I knew it was a little bit offline.
No, it didn't.
Grant Hardy not happy with that throw.
No.
Great awareness by the young skip.
Yep, just skimmed off the other red guard so that he could make contact in the house. So Sweden just lie one now on the 4 foot, but those yellows are pretty dangerous.
Yeah, they are.
Det blir ju okej ändå. Sen så här behöver gå riktigt tight för att få ut den och då känns det som den sitter där.
See the time on their time
Jag
clocks
tänkte mer
remaining.
bara hamna mot den.
38 minutes of thinking time to play their 10 ends.
Känns som han kommer kunna göra den dubbeln då. Och vi river den då kommer
And
han
they have it a
ligga
quick 3 ends,
Oj,
so
dra
they've got
hit.
plenty of time to have these discussions.
Ligger där, linar upp sig där, dit så är det inte så bra heller. Nej. Linar det sig rakt. Då är i alla fall den alltid kvar, men det är klart de kan ju spela någon typ av tap på den bara. Men det är väl okej i och för sig. Kanske vi har något sånt där.
Alltså, om vi bara limmar den, ligger det här linat för att göra den dubbeln då, kanske inte gör.
Det är okej då.
Det är
Då
okej.
öppnar de ju upp alltihopa ändå.
Det är okej.
Antingen frysa eller försöka att styra den i hålet med någon mjukare take. Ja, det är de två jag funderar på också bara. Ja, känns inte som det finns något annat egentligen.
Väl någon av...
Alltså, får vi in floppen där så täcker vi rätt bra. Alltså.
Få en flopp och försöka sätta den i hålet med en... Spela typ en hackfart eller... Ja. Så om den går snabbt så stannar ju båda röda i alla fall. Ja. Hack och ta 2 cent innanför, chapp. Hackfart och eliminera.
Sweden know they need to move this yellow top of the 8 foot. And they could lie 3,
Även om det kanske ligger 3.
Försöker sätta den i hålet.
but they don't want to jam it on that red.
That's okay.
So I think they're all agreed that's the shot they need to play. It was more,
Lite mindre.
where can they put their shooter? And what weight do we play? So Oscar Eriksson is going to play a hack weight. Working this one really hard to pass the top one. Oh, just rubs it. And jams. Just feathered the top yellow. So now Scotland lie 1, but Sweden are lying 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So we'll go back to sheet A and see this game between Switzerland and Germany. Germany lying 2. Benoit Schwartz facing
If you're just kind of there, you can almost...
a lot of German granite again.
Freeze is nice.
It's to be fully in the 8 foot to get shot.
Even a tiny bump's okay, yeah?
Yeah, wee bump, just keep the angle onto this.
Plays that well. So score of 1 for Switzerland. That game 2-all after 4 ends.
Kind of same as my draw shots about there.
I think I hit off that hand.
Right, okay, take the same as there.
Even if the face is top one, I'd rather that than sail and bounce off.
Well, what do you do here, Rona?
I think you're probably like 3-4 feet off the last one.
Be very careful. Because Sweden have got these 3 counters. They need to could bring a second counter in and freeze the red at the right hand side of the 4 foot.
Yeah, probably going to leave a big pocket for Nicholas to drive that red that's on the centre line in. So it looks like they've just called a guard.
Race close.
Line's good.
Race
They
close.
could half check the front
Line's
red.
really good.
Race really good.
Clean.
Line on it.
Clean, close.
Yep.
Line.
Line only. Whoa.
Go then, go then.
You go here for weight.
Line's good, hard then.
Hard.
I'm trying to find
Line's
the
really
pocket.
good, boys. Hard line.
Come around this.
Hard line, hard line.
Can't afford to nick off it.
Easy. Whoa.
Bounce, yep.
Well, what a shot from Bruce Mowat.
Great shot.
Good shot, Bruce.
It's one of those ones to call that, you know, it's so important not to leave the double there.
Yeah, that top yellow will drive back onto the red.
Ja, han spelar hårt. Den här kommer ju sitta där också.
Den ligger ju redan för tjock halv, så den kommer ta halvträff typ.
Looking at the angles, all the yellows drive back on to a red.
Yep, you wonder if Nicholas will use his own red to drive in with his first stone.
Ja.
Try and open it up.
Ja, känns som det är slaget ändå. Försöka sticka ner den.
Because there's not really a good result for Sweden to hit the yellows.
Andra alternativet är att gå här, försöka ligga kvar frys och bara dutta ner så vi ligger 2-3. Men fart igenom. Eller den, försöka spinna in lite.
Yep, the red's a better option.
Så att de ligger liksom lite på varandra.
Ja, det är ganska bra ifall nästan skulle träffa upp här.
Ja.
Rätt mjukt. Så den ligger på.
Ja, där menar, liksom, kan jag rulla in hit någonstans? Även om, alltså gå i hålet här, även om du gör den här då. Och den här ligger kvar. Ja. Och vi ligger 2-3, han ligger 4:e, 5:e då. Ja. Det är mindre risk att den här ligger där i alla fall. Ja.
Ja, alltså, då får vi inte vicka för kort så de bara får den liksom. På dubbelt, men... jag vet inte,
Well, certainly using up some of Sweden's time this.
Scotland have given them something to think about at this end. That's 2 big team discussions.
You see the time clocks.
Hålet här med en fart drygt
Fairly even at the moment.
Vi behöver bara få ut den från
Both teams getting
fyrfoten.
38 minutes.
Yeah, so they've had a pretty quick first 3 ends.
Det är det bästa, men det finns inte så extremt mycket kall.
So that they can bank time as well for situations like this.
Trycka gult tillräckligt långt.
You don't want to rush your decision.
Jag har bara halva nästan härifrån.
So they looked at hitting the yellows. They looked at raising the red. So it looks as though they're just going to come down at a tap back weight. Try and keep their shooter on top of the yellow. Just probably wants to change that angle because the Scottish Stones are in a really good position.
81% for Nicholas Edin. Trying to find the gap. And through the gap.
Yeah, that's a good result. It's probably the best he could have done because it gives him options with his next stone.
Scotland still need to be very careful.
They do.
Maybe if you're like right in the nose though, you can spin all three.
Yeah, for 2 or 3. I quite like this, guys.
At what weight? Try to kill that one.
12, enough to get this out the 8 anyway.
Yeah, I like that. Here.
Where you want
that for 2.
And you want, oh, if you leave it here.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you're almost really good to roll this to there.
Just what's wrong with just going right there?
Leaving this for 2.
Is it? That's going back. Just going to walk there.
Huh?
You freeze there.
Got the high nose.
Oh, the freeze. Right, yeah, the freeze. I thought you were playing the hack.
No, freeze.
Spins that for 2.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Who's like? I'm quite happy with the freeze if you like it. I like it.
Okay, you've just thrown it.
Yeah. As long as we can be sure to hold the line high.
Well, just,
Can you though?
I think that what they're doing is they like to freeze this pocket.
Maybe not,
It's probably easier to throw
Yeah, I think I like this, Bruce.
on the out turn
More
rather than the in
comfortable
turn.
with this, but you've just thrown this.
Exact same throw.
Yeah, he's just played this shot.
Same throw, Hammy.
So it's exactly the same weight and line really for Bruce Mowat. It's his first one.
If anything, you want to be in the right hand side as we look at the overhead.
Yes. You could half check that pocket so Sweden can't remove a couple of yellows.
Even nudging the yellow a couple inches isn't bad.
Close line.
Line only. Here more.
Close line.
Line.
Close line.
Line only. Waist good. Yep.
Oh, you, Hammy. You're over curling.
Hard weight.
Going for weight.
Line's
Have
perfect.
they got this past the red? They have. Oh, what another great shot from Bruce Mowat.
And he lies too.
Beauty, buddy.
What a shot.
2 pistols from Bruce.
He's happy with that. It's so important to be right in the pocket here. Not leave Nicholas Edin a chance to peel a couple out.
No bounce.
Beauty.
That boy, Bruce.
Really nice.
Good shot.
Come on, Hammy. Line's perfect.
To work it.
No bounce.
Just to pick.
That boy, Bruce.
Perfect line, perfect weight. So are Sweden saying they can only remove 1? Happy to give up a 1 here?
Mjukare. Ja. Igenom.
So Nicholas Edin just playing the same weight as he played with his last one.
Yep.
Just tapping back.
Yep. Inte röra för mycket på röd.
Yep. And happy to lose a 1.
Yeah, so Scotland steal the 1 in the 4th end. It's Sweden 1, Scotland 2.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, well looked after.
Yeah.
Should be there, Bruce.
Here, high. Mike curl.
Line's nice.
Mike curl.
Over curling, I think. Yeah, needs to set a touch. Weight's good. Weight's good. Tight. Whoa then. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Just sit, Grant.
Fifth end of the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships. Sweden versus Scotland. Scotland with the lead, 2-1. Very entertaining fourth end, Rona. Lots of stones in play. And Scotland managing to pick up the steal.
Yeah, it was a very exciting end. Sweden were building plenty counters in there to go for the big end. Two fantastic freezes from Bruce Mowat.
Bra fart. Okej, bara stanna nu. Högt som möjligt.
So heading over to Sheet E, Russia versus Norway. Pretty tight as to who's lying short on the button. Stefan Wallstad. Last stone for Norway. And he catches the guard. So it was a shot for two, but Norway claiming a 1. So after 4 ends, it's all tied at 2-all. Norway in a must-win game situation there as well to keep play off hopes alive. It's getting to that stage in the week now that everyone is critical.
Plats just nu, men helt okej. Okej, fart. Halva 4 någonstans.
Not just for playoff stages here, Kenny, it's world ranking as well to get to World Championships. Top 7 teams in the men's A division here will qualify for the World Men's, and the next 2 ranked will go to the World Qualifier.
Well, there are the standings. Sweden and Scotland already qualified. But what place will they qualify in? Italy, Germany, Norway, Switzerland, all with a chance of making the playoffs.
Weight's good.
Lean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Get it back, Grant.
Hard. Yep.
Get it back, one.
Hard.
Driving the guard back, picking one of the reds off.
Krippas låg eller? I höjd? Vad sa du? Samma längd som Krippas eller? Ja. Full 8, bite 8. Någonstans. Full 8.
Yep, new competition this year, World Curling Federation having a qualifying event for the World Championships for men and ladies. It will take place in Naseby in New Zealand in January. The 8 men's teams and 8 women's teams fighting it out.
Hårt, hårt, hårt. Kom igen, få längden också. Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen, kom igen.
Jag så styrde ut den lite bara. Okej, så.
So Rasmus Rana just drawing round to the 12-foot.
Fraction more weight.
Lean, close. Lean.
Bobby Lamy again going for the raise on his own yellow guard.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Again, Bruce, it.
Oh, how close was that to being absolutely perfect. Can see here, yellow onto red and just misses the one on the button.
Just needs to curl a fraction more.
The yellow is still usable there for Scotland. Forces Sweden onto the other in-turn side.
Kan hålla igång lite. Ja. Yes. Hårt.
Bra fart.
Lite långt.
4.
Japp. Topplock. Okej, den är förbi. Topp. Full 4.
So great communication between sweepers and the head.
Ja, bra.
Lovely draw.
Bra.
Move on to sheet C. Italy 3-1 up against Poland. Italy lying shot. Joe Retornaz, his last stone.
Linea buona al momento. Linea buona. Stai lì, Rama. Linea un po', linea. Oh, line. Devi andare.
Trying to get into this guddle of stones. Just caught the top one. So a score of 1 for Italy. So after 5 ends, Italy lead 4-1 over Poland.
Yeah, Scotland did make the run on one of the guards and drove it back into the forefoot and held the yellow. Do leave Sweden sitting one though.
Scotland would be happy to force Sweden to a 1 here.
Kanske alternativet i så fall. Den är dock inte så lätt, det är nästan väldigt tunt där, eller tredjedel där. Lite risk att den tar den, men väldigt tunna då. Ta bara en yttergarden så är det okej. Ja. Ja, nästan så tunn som det går. Fjärdedel gör den. Tredjedel nuddar den, tror jag.
Oscar Eriksson trying to peel both these guards off. And doesn't get the second, drives that one down into the house. So close to making the double peel.
Can he hit ours and check line, lie too?
How much you got?
2/3.
If he plays low weight, he's moving that here. Probably give you a double.
Okay. I'm okay with the guard.
Yeah, I like him to go with the guard. Yep. There is another option of driving the yellow back, but the scoring area for Sweden is very narrow now. If Scotland can just guard up and force the one, maybe take the chance of moving something later in the end.
Halfway tight.
Yeah, I think you want it quite tight.
Looks like room. Line's good now.
Bobby, on you go.
Nicholas Edin wouldn't be happy
Tight as
here
you
to
can.
be forced to take his one, so
Hammy.
Scotland put up the guard.
Keep it going. Keep it going for a weight.
Martin, Sweden are going to have to keep clearing it.
Hard.
Good. You got it.
Good boys.
Yeah, it's a pretty good guard there. Is there a gap to come through between the yellows for Sweden just to tap these back? Ideally, they were looking for Grant's guard to curl another half stone.
Det andra är väl att försöka trippla ut de här. Den finns. Den är okej också, men lätt hänt att bara få de två, då ligger det sådär, men
Yep, left enough of a gap there. Sweden can come round and tap and lie first and third.
jag var inne på det. Det är inget lätt slag och det ligger fortfarande farligt, men det är som det enda andra är att försöka trippla eller trippla. Ja. Alla slag är bara svåra. Känns som att få in en till, sätta lite press. Sätter vi det slaget så måste man i alla fall göra något bra. Okej, kör vi det. Typ. Fart igenom. Försöka komma upp så lågt som möjligt.
Yep, that's what we've decided to go for. Try and come through the gap. Just a tap back weight.
Igenom. Ja. Wow. Igenom. Rent.
Scotland's guard was just 2 inches to the left. It should be
Ja, nudda.
passed quite easily.
Okej. Ja, där. Ja. Okay. Even knows probably gets it.
Well, a couple of options now, Rona.
Yeah, the good raise are yellow onto the 2 reds, try and remove them both from play. Bruce is just having a look at that now.
Yeah, okay. Just high nose. Yeah.
Yep, that's what they're going to go for.
Nose is good, hair high, yeah?
Yeah, hair is good.
Okay.
I'm trying to stuff it onto the one that's second.
Yeah.
It does take the back ones.
As long as they remove one and keep that yellow top of the house, they could use it again for Bruce's next.
No! Clean! No!
Lots of weight on this. Need to hold the shooter as well.
Hard ball, Pope.
Hard.
Okay, Bruce.
I would have liked to maybe play the in-turn draw on that one round in on top. Just nudge the yellow back onto the red.
If he had made better contact here by keeping the shooter as well, it would have kept more blocked for Sweden to get in. It's now opened things up though for Nicholas Edin. Come in and lie two and make it very difficult for Scotland.
On the other hand, he can't afford to sit out and leave a double.
It's certainly not going to be a blank end now. So Nicholas Edin really keen to get these 2.
Mittåt fot.
Lite hård.
Lite lång, eller? Okej, linje. Bra linje. Bra linje. Håll igång lite grann. Bra linje. Sitta en deci kort om den.
Sweepers seem quite happy with the weight, just on and off
Kommer
it.
mycket nu.
Lite kort.
Sitt.
Half check that yellow.
Lite rotation som bara skenar iväg.
So Sweden lie 1 and 3.
You're going to leave
Is it to top it and set 2?
very on this side.
You have that. Not really a massive fan of it. Yeah, let's lock it on there.
The only other one's this, but it brings the 3 into play.
I think just freeze it. They can play a tough draw for his work too.
Yep. You've thrown this, haven't you?
Yeah.
So Bruce Mount happy to give up 1 here.
Yeah?
He'd like to come down and just freeze on top of that red, make it very difficult for Sweden to get 2. Doesn't want to bounce off, so it's got to be dead weight. See the Swedish sweepers having chat to the Norwegians.
Like
tons are in.
Race good. Line's good.
Top 14.
Line's okay then. Oh, wait's good.
So once a dead freeze, doesn't want to bounce.
Yep, then hard. Line's great. Go. Hard.
Got a long way to draw. Can they drag it?
Hard, guys.
I think this one's short, Rona.
Hard, gotta go.
Well,
Det är någon nuddträff eller
bit of a mistake from Bruce Mowat.
Certainly is. Nicholas Edin moves straight out to see if he can remove
Här kommer ju nästan sticka där men slagstenen
red onto yellow
3 cm.
and score 3.
Ja, jag försöker vara med här. Så tjock som möjligt så kanske man kan få den lite ovanför där. Ja.
Well, if the yellow just maybe curled a couple inches more, it was difficult to score 3. 2 was always in the cards.
Okay.
Big error there.
And these are the opportunities that Nicholas Edin doesn't miss.
Axar ungefär. Det var väl lite fart, dubbeltrycka ut den här snett. Ungefär samma som den i första omgången där. Den var 11-6 den va? Ja. Känns som höga 11 någonstans. Ja.
Just playing a controlled down weight. Tap back.
Ut med den, ut med den.
Vänt!
Ekis!
They're looking pretty happy with it.
Ekis. Rent! Rent! Ta gul nu. Kom igen!
Yep, sweep that one through. And it is a score of 3. What a turnaround. Sweden now take the lead. After 5 ends, it's Sweden 4, Scotland 2. First end, Scotland sitting 3. Nicholas Edin having to draw with his final stone. Drops this one on the button for the first score. Third end. This time it was Scotland's Bruce Mowat with his last stone, facing 2. Also having to draw.
Line's good. Line's hard.
He also came up with the goods and dropped it on the button. Fourth end. Scotland sitting 2. Nicholas Edin having to play a tap to give up 1. Didn't want to risk giving up any more. Knocks the yellow through to the back of the 4 and a steal of 1 for Scotland.
Nice också när de...
Alltså.
Ja, men när de gör den missen också så nyper vi till och det tycker jag är en nice grej liksom att när de väl de gör inte mycket missar men när de gör en miss så bara tjoff. Och det är en bra egenskap.
Det är väldigt mycket såna här hårfina liksom. Det går ju ändå relativt rakt så det är ju liksom lite upp eller lite utåt i sättningen så är det ju tricky liksom. Det är ganska mycket sådana frys-vinklar och grejer. Så det är en bra match på det sättet. Det är det vi kommer att börja mot Cruise till exempel.
Ja.
Och noggranna i sättningar och slaglinjer och spela sådär. Ösa på.
Yes. Any juice? Finally got it right.
We put 2 for us.
Alright.
One
goes one.
Now, 4 each. Aye, that's...
So here are the scores elsewhere. It's Switzerland 2, Germany 3, Netherlands 5, Finland 2, Italy 4-1 up on Poland. Our feature matchup between Sweden and Scotland. It's Sweden leading 4-2, and Russia and Norway all tied at 2-2 in the 5th. Here are the stats. Some good numbers from both sides. Scotland outplaying Sweden. Just one slack shot from Bruce Mowat in that 5th end. And Nicholas Adine pounced on it and took 3.
Det har ju gått lätt förut efter halvan.
Lite kvarlägg liksom. Går det lättare så kommer den här flyta på ganska mycket.
Absolut.
Linjen ser bra ut. Linjen ser bra ut.
Bra fart.
Linjen ser bra ut.
Bra linje.
14-4. Ja, bra linje. Fint. Bra lir.
You're watching live coverage of the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships from the Tonderaba Ice Hall in Tallinn, Estonia. Matchup between Sweden and Scotland. Sweden 4-2 ahead in this round-robin matchup. These two teams sitting top of the standings. I'm Kenny Edwards and I'm joined by Rona Howie. Rona, Scotland will be a little disappointed to go into the break 2 shots down.
Yeah, certainly would. Be pretty disappointed with losing that 3. It came from nothing, and they were lying well at that end, and they had chances to really force Sweden to take their 1. But they're only 2 down. There's still 5 ends to play. So they'll be keen to try and get their 2 back here, level the score again. They didn't do much wrong at that end. Just shows you how easily a big score can be built up with stone placement. And Nicholas Edin played 2 great shots at that end. But I say 5 ends still to go, plenty time.
Here goes.
I think we're there.
Take a look over at sheet A. Big game between Germany and Switzerland. Both these teams want to get to the playoffs. Germany 3-2 up over Switzerland. Benoit Schwartz drawing against 2 German counters. He's certainly being asked a question today. He's having to cut them down at time and time again. And it just hangs on at the back of the 4. So a score of 1 for Switzerland. 3-all after 6.
Bra linje, bra linje, bra linje. En som bra. Japp, tight för frysen i alla fall.
And over on sheet E, Russia versus Norway, it's all tied at 2-all. Russia line 2 on the 4-foot. Mikhail Vaskov looking to try and get a third counter in there. Tapping yellow onto his own red. And it's just a score of 1 for Russia. So after 5 ends, Russia 3, Norway 2.
Whoa, close, clean, no, whoa, whoa, no, never. Yep.
Okay, behind the corner.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
That's all right. Probably a little more weight, was it?
Bobby Lammy just driving the red corner guard up.
I thought it was more than last time weight.
We're looking to try and hold it in behind the cover.
Normal och vecka ganska långt här. Ja. Chappen är okej i och för sig också. Skulle det vara det så vi kan lira en 8 också. En.
88% for Rasmus Rana in this game. So, having a great game.
En. Ta vilken. Perfekt.
Want to keep this in and lie 2.
Jättebra.
Pretty good shot there. Forces Scotland now to try and get the hit and roll off the top one. Try and get behind cover.
Okay, just make the roll in. Weight's nice.
Yep. Nice weight. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
95% game for Bobby Lammy.
Yep. It's really good. Whoa. Yes.
He'll be disappointed to be 2 down on the scoreboard playing.
Yep.
Hard.
Oh, really nice shot. Maybe doesn't quite get fully in behind.
Lite risk för bakhandstenen. Lite drygt en sten mellan. Det går nog att spela den där trippen. Det är väl
Yeah, I
lite
think Hammy
riskigt.
thought it was going anyway, so he wasn't going to sweep it.
Sticka här. Andra vill jaga den. Den ska igenom i sig ganska långt, kommer få lite motrotation, ska igenom rätt långt, så trippen ingen Jimmy.
And Sweden don't want to just nick that yellow guard because they could push another one in.
Fjärdedel, tredjedel. Bara dubbla dem och sticka fast den öppet så är det ju inte, det är inte mer än 2 år i alla fall. Kör där då. Ja.
Nicholas Sedin just looking at the angles.
80 ungefär, det är vilka center eller vilka precis förbi den här. Ja. Vilken hand gäller det?
So over on to sheet C. Italy 4-1 up against Poland.
Yep.
Polish skip Bartosz Zakowski needing a nose hit on this Italian stone in the 4-foot. Can the sweepers hold it? No. Rolls out, so a steal of 1 for Italy. So Italy lead 5-1 after 6 ends. They're currently on 5 wins, so their playoff hopes are looking good.
%88 for Grant Hardy. Again, some impressive numbers from the young third player. Playing in his first European Championships.
Hammy, top and a touch. Good for top. Gotta go. Good for top. Gotta go. Come on, Hammy. Keep it going, Hammy. Come on. Keep it going. Right to it. Weight's coming off now. Well, we'll have it.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, nice stone from Grant Hardy.
Come off it.
Yeah.
Wait, just come off it when he's sweeping it.
Just keep off now. Cut. Right, get it down.
So you're probably back.
Slasha, ja.
Can see the clocks.
Den kan dubbelsticka, men
13
den
minutes
ska
for
träffa lite ovansida då.
Sweden.
Okej. Bestäm nu. Jag gillar inte vicken om vi inte kan lägga skottet på den. Okej. Eller ja, vi eliminerar en gul i alla fall. Ja, det finns inte så mycket annat. Det är slashen eller vicken känns som. Vad gillar ni?
You kind of want to average about 3 minutes to
En
have
deci
per
exakt
end of
här, så
thinking
den är
time
fullt möjlig, men
to be
behöver
comfortable.
ta halvträff. Ja. Får vi bort det röda i alla fall. Ja.
But Scotland have been giving Sweden something to think about, a couple of ends.
Oh.
89% for Oscar Eriksson. Well, that won't help the numbers at all, and that is the mistake that Scotland were looking for.
Yep.
Top four, buddy.
Yep, hit that one completely wrong.
Spike the forefoot's great.
To be fair, an inch either way, you're going to get rid of one of the yellows at least.
Especially with the big weight Oscar Eriksson throws, he was very unlucky to have jammed and leave 2 yellows.
Weight's good.
But can Scotland capitalise now?
Line's good, boys. Wee bit of room. Lot of room.
Top four now. Still let go.
Just top 12.
Hard then.
Well, we just need this one
Hard then.
anywhere in to make it awkward.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
I had to sweep that one really hard, and I think that's probably what took the curl out of it. See the sweeping action of Lamy on the left there and McMillan on the right. Trying to prolong the travel of the stone.
Don't worry, just get, see who first at top will get the top four.
%93% for Nicholas Edin. Great game from him so far.
Yep.
Well, miss from Nicholas Edin. It's generally so accurate. Drives it through the gap, just misses the back yellow.
No, because then you can freeze the back one.
Waiting four.
So ideal position for this one really would be coming right in for Scotland to the top of the forefoot. Nicholas Edin could always draw around and freeze that one that's back 8 to try and kill the end. If this one wasn't in far enough.
98% for Bruce Mowat.
Weight's good.
Get him there. Still max.
Line's really good.
Line's great.
This one looks to be a little deep, Rona.
Yeah, it's coming on in. Is it going to stop? Top tee. Oh, just. Pretty good there. Forces.
They would have liked that maybe a foot shorter.
Yeah, because Nicholas Edin can now come in and freeze on top. Still puts the pressure on Sweden though to make this shot.
Deras inte riktigt full åtta så länge vi är full åtta så. Samma fart va? Ja,
It's a tricky one because if Bruce had been too short, Nicholas would just draw around it. Steely focus there from Bruce Mowat, watching the line of this stone.
Hålla igång lite för linjen, Ralle. Bra linje, bara fart, bara fart. Mittåt fot, kalla lite. Bra linje. Är den hård så studsar vi ut där.
Well, this one has a high line at the moment, Rona. Very high line. Is it going to bounce off?
Doesn't want to bounce. Oh, that's a disaster for Nicholas Edin.
A little raise of the eyebrow there. He's well unsure what happened with that one. So a nose hit for 4 for Scotland.
Hack, Bruce. Yeah. Okay. Hack. Yep.
Just a bit too much running from Nicholas Edin.
Nice hack, buddy. Nice hack.
Well, those energy boost bars they were eating at the 5th end break have certainly boosted them at this end.
Great chance for Bruce Mowat with his last stone here in the 6th.
No, heavy!
No!
Lead.
No, heavy!
Whoa,
Clean! Whoa, hammy! Hammy! Hard hammy!
This one needs to curl. They need to miss the back yellow as well.
Keep going.
Oh yeah, what a shot by the skip. No problem at all. A score of 4. Scottish fans really happy with that one. So Scotland take the lead once more.
Good lad.
They are
Good too.
6-4 ahead.
What's the one?
Yeah.
Should be there, Bruce.
Room's good. Get off it then.
Should be there.
Room.
Right. Back. Right. Back T.
Right, it's okay. Grant, it's yours.
Into the 7th end of a very entertaining matchup between Sweden and Scotland. Scotland with their noses in front, picking up 4 in the 6th. A few misses from the Swedish side in the 6th end opened the door for Bruce Mowat and his Scottish side, and well, they needed no invitation. They grabbed it with both hands.
Bra linje. Kalla mycket nu. Och så.
It is now.
I think we're good.
Line's good. Line's really good.
Line on, line.
Line's good. Line's good.
Line's great.
Really good weight.
So will there be a change of tactics for Scotland now? They find themselves 2 up, Rona.
Whoa. Yep. Bob.
Yeah, Scotland will be really forcing Sweden to take their 1 at this end.
Good.
Nearly too high.
They've got that 2-shot advantage. They don't need to get sucked into a big guddle behind guards.
Bottom plats. Okej, fart. Fortfarande gott om plats, men kom helt okej. Fortfarande curla. Linjen kommer. Kommer nu. Bra linje, bra linje, bra linje. Bra, fint.
Don't mind you using 2. 4. Okay.
So Bobby Lammy can't remove the corner guard.
Back tee.
Yep. Go behind it.
So just looking to bring a second counter into the house.
Back 8 almost.
Hard, Hammy.
Back button just now.
So over on sheet E, Russia 3-2 up over Norway.
Shot, Bob.
Norway in 4 wins. Really want to win this game. Stefan Wallstad. Got a few counters in here. Looking just to tap back the red. Russian counter, which is back 8 foot. Just wants to try and tap it. He comes off his own. So still a score of 2 for Norway. Puts them in the lead. Stefan's having a look to see. Oh, the player's just having another look to see who is lying. I think they're going to call for the umpire to measure.
Yep, Grant.
Freeze.
Oh, then.
Or top 4.
Coming off it, coming off it. Still T.
He's the bend.
Still
T line.
Yep, then.
Hard, Grant.
Hard, Grant.
Okay, Bob. Nice. Okay, buddy. Nice. Möjligt. Bara fart I hacket.
So Scotland line 2. Sweden just going to tap back. Keep their shooter in front.
Solid eller? Ja, lite hård. Vänta. Över curla. Kommer nu. Curla, curla. Fan det är hård. Curla. Rent.
Oh, just passes that top red guard. Gets a lovely roll in behind. Great shot there from Rasmus Rana. Scotland can't see enough of it to remove it, so just going to half check.
What you might find, some teams maybe chasing the red and the guard, but there's no real benefit in doing that, so they're just electing to feeling the guard, but force Sweden to peel the guards and open things up.
We're just tight.
Just tight.
Bob, Bob, Bob.
Hard.
Hard, Bob.
So they're saying this was a bit like the weight. They wanted to half check the red, so they've just left it short.
I'm needing a touch less, Bruce.
Limma på en där va?
I think I'm needing a touch less.
Okej. Rak eller lite high side så lägger ner mot den där. Vi är skottet. Ja.
Sweden lie first and third shot.
Liten tap ner på locket är okej också.
And there we can see it was a 2 for Norway on the measure. So they now lead after 6 ends, 4-3 over Russia.
Bite 4 ungefär för frys. Topp 4. Linjen är bra. Hänger lite. Bra linje. Nej, lite. Behöver kalla.
Hålla igång lite snart.
Bara frys. Bara frys. Bara frys. Lite snedfrys utsida. Kalla.
Lovely stone there. Coming round, it's the angle back onto the yellow. Scotland do need to be very careful now. Sweden have got one behind their corner guard.
How much?
Thick half.
Okay.
He's playing like a control or something.
Unless you nose the red.
He does the same again.
Still got like 2.
Good with this.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Quite like normal.
Well, elected to drive the yellow in. As we take a look at the scores as well. Switzerland trailing Germany 4-3. Netherlands 6-2 ahead of Finland. Italy 5-3 up on Poland.
Peel.
Whoa.
Peel.
Whoa, close, yep.
Oh, no,
Whoa.
no.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hard Bruce! Hard Bruce!
Go, get out.
Well, decent result.
Yeah.
Yep. Removes both reds, misses the back yellow. Certainly opens the head up a bit. And if Sweden do come and freeze that yellow, Scotland can follow them.
Mitt på T-line är bra. Linjen är bra. Så den hänger lite.
Ja, känns bra. Känns
Jag behöver vänta lite.
Känns, sacka lite ändå.
Bra linje. Bra linje. Ja. Yes, behöver gå nu.
Sweden
Hårt, hårt.
trying to freeze the back yellow.
This way. Enough to just, still count that.
Yeah. 45 on
Yeah, so Scotland want to just tap this
Yeah,
back.
pretty much nose.
They'll move their own yellow, but
Just inside.
they want to try and keep it out counting the red on the left-hand side of the house.
Back 8 to back ring.
Back 8, yeah. Don't really want to move ours out.
It's important to keep the shooter on the nose of the Swedish
That good?
red stone.
Yeah, just you need to pay attention to the red that's tucked in behind that corner guard, because that might come into play later.
Yeah, and I think that's why they want to make sure this yellow they tap back does outcount the red.
Here, no, waist fine.
Clean.
Here, light.
Close, yep.
We're here, light.
Waist good.
Close.
Just here down.
Yes.
Waist down.
Here down.
Hard.
Hard,
I'm going for a line
Gotta
now.
go, Hammy.
Hard. Back 4.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Straight draw.
Gotta go.
Real hard.
Past the guard.
Yeah, it's not got the weight to do what they wanted. That would have tapped a wee bit, but just the line was very tight.
Yeah, very tight for line.
So a big chance now for Sweden.
Close.
Just here down.
Yes.
Waist down.
Here down.
See this one being swept by Macmillan, just to try to keep it up on the right-hand side of the centre line. Couldn't do enough though. Very aggressive swing.
So now if Sweden weld one in on top of that red, it's going to be very difficult for Bruce Mowat to remove any of them.
Okej, linje just nu.
Bra.
Wow.
T.
Wow.
Lite kort. Gärna hålla igång.
Curla. Okej, linje. Ja, curla lite, curla lite.
Måste curla.
Happy with the weight.
Don't want to set up a double.
Den är utsida, vänta.
They do lie too. Very difficult for Scotland to remove them.
Yeah.
Can you hit it hard enough on the nose
Just to here, Bruce.
to squeeze the red out of the forefoot? Just don't think the angles are sitting nicely.
Now, he could remove one of them, but it's also important that he keeps his shooter.
Nose doesn't spring the right across a little bit and lock, wind them up. Inside's perfect, yeah. Okay. Wait, normal, peel. Peel.
So just cleaning the bottom of the stone, making sure there's no debris. Peel weight for Bruce Mowat.
Yeah, lots of weight.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
On the red gun. Hard, Bob.
Well, bounced
Okay,
it.
Bruce. Pretty good, Bruce. Very nice.
And just about did squeeze the red out the side door. Just needed to roll another inch. Nicholas Sedin would have had to play the takeout on that top of yellow. Oscar Eriksson just double checking.
På håret.
Yeah,
Kanske lite grann, men
one red.
skulle inte spela på duttar
A little
rejält.
unlucky to find himself
Vill ha is?
sitting one against Bruce Mowat.
Yeah, as you say, Kenny, fraction more curl, and that would have been absolutely perfect.
So a chance to level the match.
Bakåtta. Okej, då är det bara eka.
And they're taking a back step from this one, Rona.
Bra linje.
Looking a little bit interested now, though.
T-line.
Yeah, happy with the weight,
Sopa på T-line.
waiting for it to come. Perfect.
Yeah. Just going to have a quick look at this one. Yep, it is a score of 2. So this game all tied after 7 ends at 6-6 between Sweden and Scotland.
All right. Eat with.
Yeah, let's get our 2. Make sure we score at least.
Lite vid. Curla så mycket den får. Ta den så länge du kan, Nalle.
Back with the action in this 8th end, the matchup between Sweden and Scotland. There you see it. This is how we have got to 6-6. A big score of 3 in the 5th and a big score of 4 in the 6th. The really talking points of this matchup so far.
Yeah, been a high quality game. A lot of stones in play.
Line's nice. Weight's good. Should be there, Bruce.
And one slight error from one team and the other team have just capitalised straight away.
Bruce.
Yep. Trying to get this over the hog line. And it doesn't make it. Sweepers think it picked something up. At the end of the game, Scotland have got last stone. They would like to score here.
Väldigt vid, väldigt vid. Ingen linjen.
Inne bra.
Ingen linjen. Full 8. Oskars hela vägen.
They do have last stone.
Full 4.
So, yeah, 8th end is a good end to score. You can score in 8, force 1 and 9, and score in 10. That's all good in theory.
The perfect scenario. But it doesn't always work that way.
There is the stats at lead. 95 for Sundgren, 96 for Macmillan.
The Scottish team are funded by British Curling, part of the British Curling programme. Train full-time at the new National Curling Academy in Stirling.
Hade du med curling här eller vill du ha lite extra?
You can see the Scottish fans looking quite worried in the background.
Lite vid just nu, men...
Linjen är bra. Bara fart. Bara fart. Gå om ni måste.
Nära 12. Ja, ja. Och in, och in, och in.
Rasmus Rana being asked to try and freeze the pocket. This one's way late.
Fan, hur löser jag på den? 20 borde ändå vara bättre.
Double in the top two and roll to a corner.
7-8.
Normal?
Yeah.
Can't hold the corner.
Yeah, even just an easy normal.
Yeah, I won't be able to control it, right?
So take a look at sheet C. Italy currently 5-3 up over Poland. Joel Retornaz hit for 2.
Close. No. Oh, never harm.
Cooper's trying to hold this.
Yep.
Oh, and he misses completely. Players just having a look to double check who is actually lying short.
Fine there, Bobby. Yeah, 1 yellow.
That's 1 yellow. So Poland steal. So after 8 ends, Italy just 5-4 now. Italy are on 5 wins, Poland are only on 1.
Stay fart.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Hårt!
Dennis!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stanna ställe, stanna ställe. Okej.
There's Rana at 84, Bobby Lammy at 95.
Doing that then.
Leave it though, you got other side, you catch it from it.
Yeah, you are hit and roll.
Okay with a hit and roll. If he makes a run, then we're around the next time.
Really?
I don't know if we need to play this cute.
All right, just hit and roll.
Hit and roll.
Just so short, they're just gonna stop.
Yeah.
Then you go right round.
Don't like that.
Okay, bump then.
Okay.
Yeah, Bobby Lammy was
I like it.
asking Bruce could he just hit and roll behind the corner. The red guard's very close to the rings for Sweden to run in.
Back 8.
Oh then. Oh, Hammy!
At least.
So just looking to bump and roll.
Back ring.
Grunt! Grunt! No, Hammy! Hammy! Whoa!
Back 8.
Grunt!
Back
There isn't a gap. Just want to hit and flop on top of the other one. That's a pretty good result there.
Some plan B.
Does push the Swedish counter behind the corner.
Klippa den i hålet, är ganska tunn. Råkar man toucha den så sitter den bara där. Kanske en liten tap. Det är en dess emellan dem, men få ner den bak 4. Okej, Gran gillar du. Kjapp. Out 10. Ja.
So they're just calling to tap the red on the button to the back of the forefoot.
Yeah,
Hold
just
the
take
shooting stone in on top of it.
Yeah, take the angles off.
Bra fart. Lite hårt. Curla, curla, curla. Curla, ingen linje.
Just saying it needs the curl. This is looking quite high.
Rent.
He wants the shooter to stay on top of the yellow.
Rent. Dra den långt, dra den långt. Ja, ja, ja. Nedanför. Kom igen, kom igen.
No, he just didn't curl. There's the stats at third. 84 for Eriksson. 86 for Hardy.
Or you just freeze that pocket.
Yeah, I've seen today the stats comparisons for the players are very similar in each position. Take a look over at sheet A, 8th end, Switzerland versus Germany. Switzerland trailing by 1. Benoit Schwartz facing 1 German counter. Just hits and rolls out. So Switzerland score 1, all tied after 8 ends. In a tense game, both teams desperate to win here for that chance of a playoff place.
Nice weight. Let it go.
Weight's real nice.
Keep it going, Bob. Keep it going, keep it going.
Stay with the ropes.
Sit. Nice shot.
Another great shot, so leaves Scotland sitting 2. Sweden don't want to give up 2 here because it's a real soft 2 to give up after getting back in the game with your own 2 and 7.
As good as you were getting with it, huh?
Hey, shot,
as good as you were getting with it.
Yeah.
Kanske lite mer förresten så har man lite mer marginal.
Oscar Eriksson, left-hander in the team. Just looking to play a big weight at this and spring it. Oh.
Yeah, they were trying to move the red off the back of the yellow. Scotland will probably just look to freeze that once again.
I think you might have to like quarter freeze it almost.
I think as long as we don't count the one we're freezing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Half stone should be fine then.
Okay.
Yeah.
This will move an inch. Even if you're right beside it, you're okay.
Yeah.
Weight pretty good.
Yeah.
Weight's the same.
Yeah, stone placement important here for Scotland, not to leave the double for Sweden. They want to try and half-check the red, so it makes it difficult for Sweden to remove.
Really launched out there.
Weight's good. Room.
Grant says he launched it out.
Weight's there.
That must be a technical term for playing it out.
Weight's getting better.
Back four's okay.
Bobby.
Bob now.
T-line.
Now, Bob.
Just level them up there.
Does level it pretty well. The weight was perfect. He says he launched it out, so maybe just played it out at release. Yeah, I can see he popped it out a wee bit when he put the handle on.
Yeah, just meant it run a little bit straighter than they would have liked.
Yeah, the half check was what they were looking for. But he has leveled the yellows up. We'll see a big weight here from Nicholas Edin.
Actually, what I think we might see is that Nicholas try and hit and roll to the side of the yellow, just inside for shot, even catch it on the red. The angles would then favour Sweden.
Oh, a bit of a speed wobble there from Nicholas Edin.
Whoa! Yep!
Oh, nicely played.
Great shot. And with Grant Hardy not half checking it, allowed Nicholas the chance to do this.
Not the cleanest of throws, though.
No, back leg was wavering a bit there.
Whoa, yep, yep, yep.
Nice.
But hey, if you can slide like that and still play a shot like that, that's okay.
I think you're freezing one, you freeze a shot.
So now Scotland don't want to be forced to take one, so how can they try and generate 2 out of this?
The only problem is though, if you do that,
This
probably
might.
just doing that.
Yeah, he's. Still don't say like we're never taking on a 12 weight with our last if we have.
How much you got of that, Hammy?
Third.
Can you just play that?
Okay.
And then hope that whatever way it goes for it.
Okay.
If I make this all right, then I should have the forfeit for one.
Is that? Yeah. This doesn't do any good, does it?
No, I still.
Yeah.
If that's here, then
Yeah.
it's
You
right.
see it starts Sedin at 88, Bruce Mount at 93.
But they're coming into this way then.
Some impressive numbers for both skips.
Yep.
The nose.
Yeah.
Back
A
8.
bit too much ice.
Yeah, probably max.
I think we need a bit less, Grant. Yeah.
Back 4, back 8.
You want less yet?
No, I think that's close.
Okay.
Back button's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same weight still.
Yeah. Weight's good. Hair down.
Pretty solid.
Yep.
Hard.
Line's good.
Hard line. Line's good.
Waist down.
Hard then.
Weight's close.
Hard.
Weight's
Line's
good.
great.
Hard.
Settle down.
Hard line. Hard line. Both ears.
Just freezing.
Hard. Hard.
Hard line. Hard line.
Trying to hold this for line. This was a thing that Bruce over curled on.
Okay, Bruce.
Well, it does force Nicholas Sedin to make a play on it. And he does need to make a roll, because if he nose hits, there's a double there for 2. Actually finds a very good spot.
Yeah, ideally Bruce would have just liked to have been a fraction over
Då har han ju det lättast i alla fall.
top of the red.
Måste inte lira ett spett. Alltså kan ju lira en 8. Då är det ganska stor chans att den här kan stanna ändå.
Nicholas can literally just nick this yellow out.
Vad är träffen för nuddaren typ? Tredjedel.
Svårt att inte dubbla egna om man tar i.
Tredjedel träffar. Okej. 8 tejp.
Försöka få den där att bli kvar. Ta så fullt som möjligt.
Swedish and Scottish fans in the background. All sitting on tender hooks with this game. Don't know which way it's going to go.
Rent. Japp. Rent. 8. Wow. Wow. 8. Wow. Wow. Japp. 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 Hårt.
Just picking it out. Plays it perfectly.
Okay.
Doesn't leave an easy double for Scotland.
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it does enough.
Oh, wait, Bruce.
Could maybe seen a couple inches more off the red on the right-hand side. They might have went after it.
Sweden will certainly be happy that they're forcing Scotland to take one.
Light.
Close, yep.
Light.
Hard.
Oh, weight's okay. Weight's okay.
Oh,
No, no, no.
oh. Oh, then, Bobby.
Hard, Bob.
Trying to make this curl.
Hard, Bobby. Hard, Bobby.
Hits and sticks for the single point here in 8. And it's Sweden 6, Scotland 7 after 8 ends.
Yeah, it's just a little mistake.
Tight.
Go, Bruce. Force one. Good.
Ta en 7 kanske. Känns ju okej.
Okej.
Det känns som allt utom att ta ett är väl har vi chans att vinna i alla fall.
Weight's good.
I think we're good.
Waist nice, tight.
Line's nice. Oh, we can't harm it. It's all yours, Grant. Line's great.
Back with the action in the 9th end.
Really gotta go wait.
Sweden trailing by 1.
Good, Abby.
7-6 in Scotland's favour.
Ja. Lite tight fortfarande. Bra linje. Bra linje, bara fart. Bite 4. Ja, börjar bli tight igen. Ja.
2 ends to go. What do you think the game plan will be for Sweden?
They certainly want to blank this end, go into the 10th. 1 down with the hammer. They don't want to be forced to take 1.
Oh, Jing, hammy.
I like it. We all me.
Whoa. Waist good.
They're there, we're there.
Good.
We're all there.
Neverland.
All there.
Line's really good.
Pearl. Sit. Sit down. Yeah.
Okay, we could do with no hanging about as well.
Linjen är bra, topp 12. Lite hårdare just nu. Okej, lite vidare också.
Kan vi dra runt?
Ja, kommer nu. Eller? Nej, det är för sent. Linjen är bra. Det är fart. Bra linje, den kommer mycket faktiskt.
Christopher Sundgren just looking to come round and check the yellow.
Fint.
Plays that really well. Great shot.
Ja, där var betydligt vidare starten också. Men kom.
And there we see a shake of hands.
It was forward.
Netherlands with a 12-2 convincing win over Finland to give them their first win of these championships.
Whoa. Yep.
Back 4.
Whoa. Yep.
Back 8.
Whoa. Whoa. Close.
Scotland just choosing to draw right around everything here.
That's a little deep, Rona.
It is. Bobby Lammy just a wee bit heavy with that one.
Drar de efter också, va? Ja. Frysa lite snett eller tappa ut den till och med.
Inte bättre att runda typ topp 4 då.
See Pia Lundholm out with the binoculars, checking where the stone positioning is.
Bara fart.
Lite vid.
Ingen linje. 8. Kör långt, eller?
Håll igång någon.
Ja, vi har ingen linje, det är bara att köra, tror jag. Kommer inte gömma.
So Rasmus Rana looking just to draw. Just didn't curl enough for him there. But Sweden do lie too. Scotland would love to come to the inside of this red.
Back! Whoa! Puss the barrier!
Tommy hard.
Weight's close.
Well, they're just trying to
Hammy.
get the hit and roll on this one.
Keep it going all the way. Come on. Okay.
So a look over sheet E. Norway 1 up on Russia. Mikhail Vaskov, Russian skip. A shot here to score a couple. And plays it well. Score of 2 for Russia. So, after 8 ends, Russia now lead over Norway 5-4. And a look on sheet C, Italy versus Poland. Poland are lying 1 yellow. Italy's skip, Joel Returnaz, looking for a tap up on his own red counter.
Linea buona. Occhio, linea. Linea.
Sweeping this one hard to hold the line.
Keep going.
Hard, Hammy, you gotta go.
Hard.
Roll.
He's looking good.
Straight. Okay,
Great shot. Score of 1 for Italy. So after 9 ends, Italy leads 6-4.
Bene, così ci voleva,
Occhio alla
questa.
avversario.
Ci voleva questa. Dai. Ci voleva. Casa.
Well, no one making the roll in behind the centre. Oscar Eriksson
Med.
with a chance.
11. Med. Japp. Nej. Grippa, mata. Grippa.
Hårt. Go.
Fint.
So at this stage of the 9th end, it's not looking like Sweden are going to be able to blank.
That's okay.
No, but they're looking okay at the moment, Rona.
Same way.
Yeah, so
Think
they're
so?
trying to get the multiple score now.
Where are you rolling it to? Middle of 8.
Yeah.
We dead nose it. If we can.
Just try and get it pretty deep.
I think you don't like nose.
It's all right, yeah.
Right, I'll
Make
throw
a call.
No,
Go for nose then.
You sure?
Yep.
A lot of risk going for the nose, Rona.
Yeah, haven't got a lot of room to get to the nose past the top one.
Okay, we'll go for the roll.
No.
Got more weight.
Tommy.
This has been played
Tommy
out,
for
got a
anything.
lot of rotation on this.
Keep going.
Now they want to
Keep
roll
going.
to the over to the wing. Doesn't lie short.
Let's try and be quicker. Really down.
Ingen gör den bra, tvingar vi nästan dem att
Hear
göra
them
något
saying
med det
we
här.
need to be
De kan ju
quick.
lämna upp en dubbel.
They know their time clock's not overly generous.
Kan dra om du vill. Vad gäller ni? Eller bara ta den, men sätter de vilken så blir det jobbigt också.
4 minutes for Sweden, 3 minutes 45 for Scotland.
Försöka hålla den här framför tid så han inte kan frysa bort den.
They want to go into the 10th end with their 3 minutes.
Bara sacka in dit grann i slutet.
Both very similar times.
Bite 4. Bra då.
Känns bra.
Bite 4.
Lite lång
Ser lång ut.
nu. Ja, bra fart.
Ser lång. En meter linje.
Sweden drawing right round the pack.
Släpps inte. Men, okej.
Oh, great shot from Oscar Eriksson.
Bra spel.
It's so important there for them to stay top tee and not give something for Scotland to freeze on.
Here more.
You got it.
2 feet slow on it's been.
So Bruce Mowat just going to try and follow that, sitting on top
Wait's close.
of the red.
Clean.
Wait's really good. Max, for the moment.
Room. Line's good. Line's good. Yep.
Line's great.
Wait on, light. Close. Yep. Gotta go.
Having to go for line now.
Line perfect. Whoa.
Line only.
Whoa.
Another pass.
Nice shot. Good, Bruce. Good boys.
Another nice shot from Bruce Mowat.
Good lad. Jag har ju den här tangeringen, men... Känns som det slaget, va?
Past the guard with a couple inches to spare.
Försöker gömma så mycket det går, eller? Ja.
I think it really tight. He might have been able to get down to the nose.
Vi provar.
No, more third.
Inte lätt för 2, men det tar så mycket val. Dra in till. Ja. Lite kort med vinkel så är det i alla fall ett hot för honom. Ja. Lite mer bara. Linjen är bra. Ta det lite lugnt då. Borde vara där. I linje. Okej, fart. Kalla lite.
So Nicholas Edin drawing around the other side.
Kalla.
Wants to lie to.
Han behöver kalla.
8.
Kalla.
Måste gå.
Ja, kör då. Kör nu, linjen kommer nu. Hårt!
So line looks good.
Fortsätt, Jönsson. Kom igen. Göm den.
Was it just held to set one?
Very close.
Is he shown enough to
How much do you
Bruce
need?
Mowat to slash this? Well, I think that was a big mistake from Nicholas Edin.
They weren't really piling into it to sweep it, to pull it at the end. I think they thought it was there.
Will go.
Catch as much as you can see, maybe sort of half stone. Slash this red onto the other red, leave yourself sitting 2.
And force Sweden to 1.
Clean. Whoa.
All right, go on.
Good, I think, boys.
Nice. There you go.
Great shot from Bruce Mowat.
Great shot.
Can Nicholas see enough of that outside yellow to hit and stay?
Jag stannar bort foten. Ja, jag tror vi provar.
Well, he's going to give it a go.
You wonder if they just play the same draw that he just played.
Yeah, you would have thought so.
He's not got a lot of time in the clock and he knows that. So made quite a quick decision there.
Yep.
Can't catch the top one.
Hårt!
Have they caught the top one? Well, they have. And it's a steal of 1 for Scotland. Scotland began to grind this one out against Sweden. They now lead 8-6 after 9 ends.
We're not going to be able to hang back here, boys.
Got a time out, so be ready in the neck.
Yep,
As long as we've done the first 7, 2.5 minutes, all good.
Pretty good, Bruce.
Line's nice. Line's good. Line's really good.
Wait's nice. Should be there. T-line.
Room then.
Bobby, it's yours.
10th end of the matchup between Sweden and Scotland. Scotland leading 8-6 here in the Tonderaba Ice Hall in Tallinn, Estonia. What a matchup we've had, Rona.
Tight.
Been a great game so far, loads of stones in play. See, every time that there's been that slight error, the opposition's capitalised. So scoreboard swung both ways. And it's not over yet. We've still got a 10th end to go through. As we can see, a handshake here. Italy against Poland. Italy came in on 5 wins, Poland just on 1. The final score, Italy 6, Poland 4.
Yes, coming down good.
Kick him down. Kick him down.
On you go. On you go. Hard, Bob. On you go. Hard. Get it good. Get line. Get line.
Come down. Come on.
So both teams rushing slightly. Just trying to make sure they keep enough time for their skip stones at this 10th end. Both teams on 2 minutes 32.
Längre än haken är väldigt nära. Han behöver köra lite, helst nästan utanför den andra. Ja, jäklar så blir den okej. Vi drar in en nibbler helium. Den är precis in.
Ja, kör.
Fan, håret om den är inne eller inte.
Sid, 12.
We're just having a discussion here whether the stone's in or not. Because they can't remove it if it's not in. So that's wasted some time of the thinking time for Scotland, debating if the stone was in or not. But they had to make sure, because that could be a key shot at the end of this end.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh, just misses it again. It's that rushing, knowing the time clock's ticking. Big mistake from Bobby Lamy. He could have just nicked the top guard there. Erred on the wrong side.
Gott om plats.
Och gärna köla. Gärna vänta.
Gott om plats.
Var med!
Sweden.
Bara fart.
Strax bakom Fig. Vi har ingen linje alls.
Bara fart.
Skotta. Okej, men nu får köra. Ja.
Going around the corner.
Den är nästan. Den är redan helium.
Alltså. Är du på nästa?
Clean. Clean.
No problem this time for Bobby Lamy, just pulls that one off.
Ja, i dubbeln där.
Nicholas will just continue to throw a corner, I believe.
Och färre försök på deras dubblar sen.
Yep, Sweden have these 2 counters out in the wing.
Bra linje, gärna rent. Bra linje just nu. Bra längd.
Lite risk överkör.
So we'll look over in sheet E. Russia 5-4 up on Norway. Stefan Wallstad's last stone. He has a double takeout for 2 to take the lead. Seem quite happy with this one. Plays it perfectly. Score of 2 for Norway. So 6-5 after 9 ends over Russia.
Well, that's not what they were after from Grant Hardy.
Scotland just rushing this end. They're not taking any time in the hack. They've left a corner guard and they've Put a red over onto centre line.
Då har vi 2 gömda i alla fall. Ja. Har han chappdubbeln på röd? Via gul ner på våran bakkant? Nej, jag tar en flisa bara.
Yeah, a minute and a half for Sweden. Just under 2 minutes for Scotland. If you're going to make a call, what's the score going to be in this 10th end, Rona?
Oh my goodness, I've no idea. Right now, the way it's set up, there is a potential for 3 for Sweden. They've got that corner guard. They have 3 counters in the house.
Yeah, I thought a hair high run, but what happens if you hit the pocket with the red first?
Going down. Okay, could do that, but...
Well, I'm not sure I fully agree with this, Rona. But if you make it, it's absolutely fine.
Tactics are fine if you make the shots.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, that was the problem with playing that.
Now the 3 is very much on for Sweden.
If you hit that top red, you bounce the other yellow back towards the corner. You get some separation between the stones.
But I don't think even Bruce and Grant, just, you know, they had a very quick chat about it. Again, they're rushing the decision because they know the time clock's running down.
If you're Bruce Minute, you're looking for 2 doubles. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, and Scotland still have a timeout to use. They didn't need to rush as much at this end. Sweden have used theirs carefully here.
Frågan om man vill spela lite mer fart så att den här blir så och vi vickar dit. Då finns det ingen trippel egentligen. Sätter man fast den här dit, alltså då är det nästan en gimme.
För en dubbel, ja.
Sätter man den lite så, då kan det nästan bli att den går vidare dit. Det går liksom inte att missa den om den ligger kvar där, känner jag. Försöka få lite liksom isär, för då vågar han inte slå på
det. Eller lite tjockare bara, vicka dit. Ha den lite så.
Ja, precis.
Bara se till att den inte sitter där nere.
45 sekunder nu.
Ja, jag gillar
vad är det tjockaste jag kan träffa då? Men typ en 10 tänker jag, eller?
Ja, 10, då är det 2/3 för att få någon 2/3 rör vi oss lite så. Liksom.
Vill du spela ännu hårdare?
Jag funtade på en normal så man liksom öppnar upp allting lite grann på avstånd. Då är det ingen naturlig dubbel förutom den här egentligen.
Då tar jag lite för tunt här och
20
rullar
nu.
av. Då är det ju den dubbeln, då är det ju max 2.
Bestäm nu, 10 eller normal?
Gillar nog en 10.
Ja.
Jag gillar en 10 av. Se till att vi ligger 4 i boet. Ja. Gör han en dubbel så måste han ändå göra en till.
I'm not sure Fredrik Lindberg had much input in that timeout.
To be fair, they really called it to stop their clock for that minute, for them to discuss what to do. Sweden in a really good position here to take 3 for the game.
Ja!
Whoa.
Normal! Ja! Wow! Vicka den där lite.
Det är fint.
Bra. Mycket bra.
Still leaving.
Yeah, Scotland could call a timeout here just to calm things down and make the right call.
Alaha making his way down onto the ice.
He's got to move both.
He then noses this to lie 2. That's really thin.
What did I do there?
You can.
It'll be interesting to see what Alan has to say.
We knows that.
You're going to have 2 doubles for the extra.
He knows that. What's he doing?
Right, under. Then you ping this double.
Ping a double, give him 2. If you go double, double, he gets 2.
I think you've got nose double, nose double.
Yeah.
Yep.
Double? Must
Yeah, I
make.
think that was her option. Hey?
Nose double.
What? Just make this nose and then
Yeah.
this nose.
Yeah.
You still get work to do if you're here.
Yeah.
Because that counts that. You've got to move both of them.
Just tail or normal?
It's whatever you feel best for the nose double.
Do you see anything
No, no.
apart from this?
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, just inside center?
Normal.
So normal up here. Okay. Yep, right in the nose.
Well, they're going
Give me an inch inside.
double, double. That's exactly what they've called. So they're trying to hit the nose of this one on the left-hand side of the centre line.
Right nose, even a fraction inside.
Yeah.
If they catch it in the nose, the double's pretty difficult
Oh.
No,
for
it's
Sweden.
Okay.
taking really
Okay.
tight ice for this throw.
Cool.
I like it.
That's good.
At this point, I believe we're going for an extra end, Rona.
Oh, I don't want to call it. 10 hits at 98% today. You would like to think this double will be made.
Yep. Avoid Bruce.
Nice, Bruce.
Oh,
It's actually pretty nice from Bruce. The double back
Good.
and hold the shooter is going to be very difficult.
Oh, yep. Oh, yep.
That's a thin double now, isn't it?
it is. As you say, the shooter's going to roll if he catches it on the right-hand side there. So it's a very thin double the other way. But if he makes it, he does lie 3.
Lite extra.
He's down under a minute now.
Lite innanför mitten.
Thinking time. So Nicholas loves these shots. Very thin double.
Oh, aldrig.
Not touching this. Has he caught the top one?
Okay.
No. So Sweden lie 2.
Well, can Scotland slip in the back door and sneak out of this? I've got to be careful by going after that top one. I don't want to push that out to 12 foot. I think I'd be just nose hitting the outside red. Yep, that's a call. Grant Hardy's got it right.
Yeah, definitely. Still got 20 seconds to cross the tee line.
Heel. No. No, never. Never. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Need to hold this in the 12 foot. Oh, he's missed a double, and you know what? Nicholas Edin is going to get out of jail once again this week. Scotland had him over a barrel. Well, straightforward shot for Nicholas Edin, and he would pick up his 8th win. Five rock free guard zone coming into its own in this final end. Nicholas Edin, I'm sure, won't make a mistake with this one. Look pretty happy with this. Yep, they are. And it's going to be a score of 3 for Sweden to take the win. 9-8 after 10 ends. Scotland just not switched on in that 10th end. And Sweden get away with them with one there.
Man kom där just nu men.
Yeah, so Sweden managing to somehow construct a 3 in that 10th end as we take a look at Switzerland picking up. It's actually Switzerland falling 7-5 to Germany over on sheet A. Germany just about guaranteed their spot in the playoffs now. They're going well this week. And shakes on sheet E, Norway, 7-5 winners over Russia. So there is the score, a very up and down game. Both teams with chances to win it.
Little heavy!
Bruce Mowat with his final stone.
Little heavy!
Clean. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Come on, Bruce.
Taps the red through. Scotland pick up 4. 7th end.
På håret!
Final stone for Nicholas Edin. Throws this one into the forefoot to score 2. Keeps himself in the game. And 10th end. Somehow Sweden manufactured the chance to pick up 3, leaving Nicholas Edin with a straightforward takeout for the win. And there we see it. A score of 3 and a 9-8 victory over Scotland. Elsewhere though, Germany picking up the win over Switzerland. Netherlands getting their first win on the board this week, 12-2 over Finland. Italy 6-4 winners over Poland. And over on sheet E, it was Norway 7, Russia 5. Here are the standings. Sweden, Italy and Scotland all qualified for the playoffs. And it's a fight between Germany, Norway and Switzerland to pick up that final spot.
Well, Nicholas, congratulations. So, were you happy to take one at the 9th end to go into that 10th? Sorry, to lose one at the 9th end to go into the 10th with this new 5-rock rule?
Definitely not happy with it, but we thought the risk was worth it. It was a really difficult tap for 2, but taking one or losing one is pretty much the same thing. So we took our chances, try and get 2, missed that one, and it would have been the same thing to draw for 1. So
happy with the chances after that. Just made a really nice last end, and then a couple of mistakes from them set up for the 3.
Do you think the time factor became an issue for Scotland in that 10th end?
Yeah, for both teams. We were short on time, both teams, for the second half of the game. It was just a really tricky game. Like we played a lot of good shots, I think, a lot of setups and stuff, so we needed to think about the angles. Both teams had to do that, so a well-played game, and that can do that to you.
Yeah, it was a great game, but puts you on to 8 wins out of 8. You must be pretty pleased to be ranking #1 after the round robin.
Yeah, definitely. #1 after a round robin, and then having the hammer as well feels really good. We couldn't have done anything more than this. We've had a few tight games, but that's normal. In a long round robin, you can't outplay everyone, so you're going to have some tight games, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have tight games in the playoffs as well. So that's pretty good to have in the back of your mind, that you can keep them close and still win at the end. So this was an important win for sure.
Well, many congratulations and good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you.
That was winning skip Nicholas Edin. Sweden picking up their 8th win here in Tallinn, Estonia. So that's it for this draw. Sweden 9-8 winners over Scotland. So from Rona and myself, Kenny, thanks for listening.